Okay, good morning. Remember we talked about creating some broadcast emails. This was lesson 6, and today I want to actually teach you how to actually use a blog post as part of your teaching. Now, we now have, as I've talked about in previous lessons, we actually have, let me go ahead and get a second page open so that I won't lose it. Come on, hello. So we have an actual blog inside of Power Lead System. And because of that, and I don't know why it's showing that, because there's a security issue because of the way Chrome is now behaving, they are doing that. But anyway, I'm going to be in the dashboard of my blog in a moment here. I have to log into it. Into my sites. Now, I've taught you how to get a blog started, or I am actually going to start now a lesson series that I will be able to share with my contacts on how to blog and how to get started. So that is, remember I was teaching this in here, but now I'm going to teach you how to use it as an email, which really makes it powerful, because when you can use that as where you do your, where is your lessons going to be? You don't have to make this difficult. That's part of what makes this system so powerful, is that it already has everything in it you need. So if you want to create an email series, you can put the lessons in your blog, which you have free as part of your gold or customer membership inside of Power Lead System. So first of all, I'm going to bring up this first one that I did about blogging, and I'm going to put it as my first lesson for blogging. And I'm going to mix my lessons when I send them. I'm not going to send them all at once, but I'm going to send them kind of intermixed with other stuff, because I have lots of other stuff already. I've got 4 pages. There's 20 per page, so that's 80 or more posts that I have completed inside of the Power Lead System's Power blog. So I did this post. I need to remember to fix that. Hello. Close down, please. Anyway, I did this post some time ago. It says that I did it in November. Okay, so this is when we first got this blog started. And I had an older post which I decided I was going to use for this purpose. So I am going to go ahead and use this as my first lesson, which is an overview for my blogging series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to emails, and I'm going to create a new campaign. So you come to emails, and you go to add campaign. Remember how you have to create a campaign first. The email is inside of the campaign, and because we're doing broadcasts, it's only 1 email per broadcast. So I'm going to say broadcast again, because I want this to show up in that little section. And then I'm going to say blogging lesson 1. Okay, I'm going to be doing that with all of the blogging, and I'm going to do that with other lessons I'm planning to create as well. Now, I'm going to use one I've already done just for the fact that there's some parts of it that I want to keep, and I can change the inside body part. And that makes this go a little faster. So remember, I did these emails. I now have 7 emails about email marketing, and I probably will add to this, but I'm going to go ahead and use lesson 1 as my template. Basically, that's what this is going to be. Now, obviously, I have to change all of what's inside, including my headline. So I'm going to view and edit. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to change up here because I don't want this to be that. And I'm going to use the title that's in that post in my blog. I'm going to put it here because I want them to know what it's about. I explain why I love blogging. First lesson and overview. Okay, so that is the title of that email. That's what they're going to see when it gets sent. Now, I'm not finished with that. I just saved it to show you what it would look like. So now it does not show the thing about the email. It shows that. Now we still need to change the inside part. Now, I have some things I do. I always have this header. Now, you don't have to have that. You can do just plain text. And so what I want to do, though, is I want to explain something for people. I have had kind of a love-hate relationship with blogging. Let me explain. Many times I had a hard time keeping it going. But through my struggles, I learned a lot. Today's lesson I explain why blogging is important and worth it. Now I'm going to leave this title, this part right here, but I need a new link. It has to be this new blog post that I have here because it's not about email marketing. So I need to come back here and make sure that this link is now I'm going to actually unlink it first to make sure that I don't need it to overlap into this open space like I did just before. And then I need it to be that new blog post. So I'm going to say OK. Now that link goes to the new blog post. I love blogging. And I'm going to be teaching about that a lot. Probably there's going to be up to 15 or 20 possible lessons with just this. So now I'm going to save this. This has now become the first of my broadcasts for blog lessons. Now let me show you again. If I were to go send this, which I'm not going to do right now, I now have that lesson inside of the broadcast. So if I come down to broadcast, here it is right here. So it's going to have its own set of, it's not mixed in with the emails because it's spelled with, I start out with B's, so it's going to be in here under the B's. And I'm going to use the very same title, only call it lesson 2, 3, 4, 5, for all of the other lessons that I'm going to do in the future. So I'm going to probably send this tomorrow, or I could send this tonight. And I'm going to want to do that on a regular basis. I'm going to actually set up all of my blog posts in series of lessons, so that this makes it something that is very ongoing. It's going to continue to build. It's not just a one-time thing. And what's good about doing this now, if you can see this, I don't even know how many. I probably have 20 or 30 broadcasts in here. And what's really nice about doing it this way is that when I'm really stumped and I don't know what to send to my list, I have a library here of things that I'm sending. Now, you may not be ready to teach yet, but why couldn't you go to YouTube and find something about blogging and put it in a new blog post that is yours? Listen to it so that you can put some key points on the blog post, and then you can actually use it as a lesson. You know, you don't have to be a guru. You're going to go through a process. You're going to learn this if you decide to learn this. But the more of this you do, the better this becomes for you. So I suggest that you continue to build your own set of broadcasts for the purpose of teaching other people. Because I can promise you that just sending hyper things that are big claims about what somebody can do with this system, and not giving them real value at all, is not going to benefit either you or your list, and they will opt out. So you want them to start to see you as someone of value. You can start out small. It doesn't have to be large. As you continue to build a library of these broadcasts, as you begin to put blog posts on your blog, you will get to a place where these are your real words. And I do recommend that you start to use video as well. Put yourself in the video. Use slideshows if you don't want to show your face. You don't have to necessarily. But realize that the more of this that you do, the more you're going to be actually valuable, and they're going to be more interested in you. And you bring yourself to a place that makes them see you as a leader. And when you do that, they're more likely to buy from you. And that is the real crux of the whole thing. You want them to buy from you. Many of the people that come on your list have not yet become a buyer. They have not yet decided to become part of Power Lead System. They're looking at it because they definitely saw some value when they looked at the original video. And when they come to my blog, they have the option, as you can see here, of seeing my advertising that's on the side. And they can click on these other links, whether they come here from my email or whether they come here because they found this from Facebook. It doesn't matter. The major, most important thing is that eventually they see me as their leader that they want to follow and that they want to buy from. And that is what your goal is. Get it out of your head that you want to just constantly badger them with sales messages. That doesn't succeed to create what you really want. It makes you have to continue to push hard to add brand new leads all the time. And what you actually want to do is make the leads that do come into your list love you so much they don't want to leave, because you're giving them good content. And at some point, they will see the value of buying from you. I hope this has been helpful to you. Make sure and start your blog. It is inside of your system. If you just come right up here to promote and then power blog, that's where it is. If you have not yet created one, you must start by buying a URL and putting it here. I did do a training on that earlier, but it will also be in my email series. So if you are on my list, make sure you are, and I will make sure that you get that information. I'm going to make sure underneath this video today that there is a link to our Thursday training. That's a good way to get on my list, and I'll be talking with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.